video games are a good thing or a bad thing? Why or why not?
I don't think video games are necessarily one or the other, but I think they can definitely have bad effects if you play them too much or if they're too violent.
Neither. There's just something to do. I mean, there's parts of it that are good, there's parts of it that are bad. I think most games are probably bad.
And without knowing anything about it, or having read any scientific studies or anything, I just think that it has to have some effect on you. If you're sitting there watching 4 hours of people shoot each other and blow each other up a day, it has to have some kind of effect on you. It has to either numb you to violence or make you think that the world is all violence or that violence is glamorous or something. It has to have some effect if you just do it that much every day.
No Russian.
Ever since they came to market, controversy about youth playing video games has existed. Numerous studies show that they are influential. Research has discovered pros and cons. For instance, the video game you see behind me is extremely violent. And yes, engaging in this kind of violence can desensitize us.
For Argonne! Duty and virtue live!
In a 2005 study, violent video game exposure has been linked to reduced P300 amplitudes in the brain, which is associated with desensitization to violence and increases in aggressive behavior. But my playing of video games has also increased my visual skills. According to a University of Rochester study, people who play video games were able to better track objects appearing simultaneously and process fast-changing visual information more efficiently.
Well, I considered not letting you play video games when you were younger. When you were about maybe 7 or 8 years old, I thought a lot of the games were inappropriate, and I tried to sit there and watch you play them. And most of the games were pretty appropriate at the time. In the last 5 or 6 years, though, a lot of them have gone way off the charts as far as appropriateness. So nowadays it seems like you gotta not let kids play video games until they're 15, 16 years old, where they can comprehend what they're doing and seeing. When you were 7 or 8 years old, that was a good 8 years ago. So 2002, 2003, the video game industry still hadn't made a lot of really bad games. So, I think each kid's different, and I've always thought you had a good head on your shoulders as far as, realizing that this is a fake and it's not real, and there has to be a definite disconnect between the two.
I don't see it has affected my life, because I think I'm more of a casual gamer. I play once in a while. But I know of people that make gaming their life, that they go to work and they just go home and play video games. I mean, all the violent games, I mean, I guess it depends on each person's perspective, but there's a lot of games, Call of Duty and all that people spend time, killing each other. I mean, it's fun. It's fun for some people. I mean, personally, be online and doing that, I don't find that appealing personally. I like playing once in a while, and then I mean, knowledge games I think it's good, I mean, because using video games as an entertainment, but at the same time learning, it's pretty good. It helps you kids, especially smaller kids, learn their ABCs, their sounds, and all that stuff, which is pretty good. I think that's why they have the ratings on the games. I don't condone little children playing games that are violent, because maybe they're not ready to see that type of thing. Personally, they're not mature enough to play it. And and I've seen it in little kids that that they talk about, oh yeah, I killed this guy, oh I'm gonna do that, and they use the word kill or gun as as something that's not realistic to them. They see it in a fantasy world of a video game. I think there should be a limit to what age a child should play a violent game. You know, for me, it's just a game. That's where the point. To me, it's a game. If I die, I die. Nothing's gonna happen, right? But some people take it personally.
So yes, the debate is on. But here's the thing. Video games aren't leaving, and neither will their negative effects. So it's up to us, our parents, and society to find ways to counteract the cons and create good habits from playing video games.